Hey guys, I'm here. Welcome back for episode 9 of season 1 of Daredevil Born Again. This is the season finale, and last episode was so good. The way everything was building, rising as there was revelation after revelation, and then that massive turn of events towards the end. Once we pieced together that Vanessa was the one that put the hit out on Foggy, and that at the end of the day, Dex was just a hired gun at the end. And though they tried to clean up their mess and put him into general population, and that didn't pan out thanks to Matt's own anger, just conveniently allowed him to escape, to come here to exact his revenge on who he thinks was behind everything. And he takes his shot at Fisk, but Matt jumps in front of the way, saving Fisk from his bullet. And that's where we're at. So with that all said, let's get ready to hop in and see how we bring this season to a close. If you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. It is a watch-along format, so you will need your own footage to sync up with the time codes for actually the entire episode. Over there, get the same thing for all the other shows and movies we cover on the channel. You also could suggest and vote on what movies to react to each month. It's just a great way to support the channel, help us do the things we do over here. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate it. Enjoy this reaction. To at least leave a like. Drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, because it really helps these videos out. But with that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 9. Here we go. It's like shooting a deer. 1 year ago.
The whole FBI corruption scandal agent Nadim, all that. It's why my husband was acquitted.
Oh, well, there it is.
To benefit you too.
That's how he got out and got away with it all.
I had you released because I need a favor.
You want me to kill someone?
I'm offering you a chance to get your mind back, your self. This is no way to live.
They got him drugged up.
Your history with my husband isn't part of this.
He's always part of this.
You're free.
And here we are. Oh, and now we're all caught up. But he did hover over her for a minute. But like he said, he's always involved. No matter what she thinks or feels or whatever, or how in control, whatever it is. Once he's in the picture, he's in the picture. So I think he just saw Wilson as the bigger threat in this moment. I don't know. There's a couple different ways to read that, but that's where I'm at right now. Especially after that conversation.
Care?
So while I was at C2E2, I was talking to somebody about last week's episode in line, and somebody made a very good point about another reason why Matt jumped in front of the bullet. It's kind of a twofold thing. One, he doesn't want him to go down that way. He would want him to face justice. Two, it makes it harder for Fisk to target Matt Murdock, the guy the public knows is the guy that saved the mayor.
Fisk ordered the hit on Foggy.
Hey, listen, you're on a ton of medication.
I know how this sounds.
I really don't think you do.
Still shaking.
All I care is that you're still alive. Vanessa. I know.
Oh?
I know.
You can never keep him out, man. like he said.
Foggy knew he was gonna win his case. I talked to Josie. He'd already opened a bottle of
He was
O'Melvinies.
saying that he was celebrating an early win.
Do you remember anything else from that night?
I remember him saying that he was going to be filing a motion to dismiss.
I need to see it.
Well, you can't because it wasn't filed.
Then I need to get out of here and find it.
Hey, just...
You moved millions through Red Hook. Now that I'm mayor, we can move billions. Gallo and the Reyes.
Luca. And the gangs.
All of it architecture.
It's all been a big old chess game.
They're gonna go out there and hunt down not only Poindexter, but all vigilantes. There'll be no body cams, no due process, no warrants.
Sir, that not only goes against the operating principles of the NYPD, it's illegal. I mean, next you'll be condoning the use of lethal force.
Absolutely not. Encouraging, Gallo! Encouraging! I want the
Jesus Christ.
I want the tunnels closed!
Sir, to seal the city, you need a large-scale, real and present threat to public safety.
Shiva, your concerns are noted. Now you all have a job to do. But for a moment, please.
Shutting down the city, ins and outs and everything.
Tell me what's Matt Murdock's condition?
Stable. Recovering in Metro General. Murdock saving you does complicate the optics of things somewhat.
Optics, man.
No, quite the opposite. Imagine if our fearless lawyer from Hell's Kitchen were to succumb to his wounds. Wounds he sustained by trying
well,
to
that
save the
is a
mayor.
way around it, isn't it?
In this case, a dead hero is better than a live vigilante.
Well, that's your orders. Holy shit.
I'm really, really glad that you're gonna be okay. I am. But we're gonna have to have a serious conversation on the other side of this, all right?
It might not be the conversation you think it is.
I've been giving thought to what you said earlier about threats and public safety and business. There's always a tipping point in a negotiation. We are in that place with this city. It just needs a little push. I imagine that you know who in my staff is loyal and who is not. People talk to you. Send everyone who's not completely on board.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
I thought he was,
On your way out, can you send in our friend from Con Ed?
is he telling her to send herself home because she's not fully on board? I thought so surely he was going to somehow put her in the line of fire in some way, or, I mean, that very well could have been a threat in and of itself, but goddamn, that was such a tense-ass scene. Because she's always been pushing back the entire way with the book, with how things are supposed to go. But that impedes what he's been trying to do, you know?
We need to talk.
We do. You need to go home.
There are still sane people in the building. And I am betting that you're one of them.
Yeah, she, I don't know, man. I'm gonna let this play out. I've got thoughts, but they are just racing through my head at the moment.
Going up the ladder. The governor of the state Supreme Court. This is still the mayor's office, not the kingpin's, and he is still subject to the law.
I'm wondering if she's going to, after that conversation, you know, go with the flow.
But if you need me to put in a word, you got it.
Okay.
Shit, that shit.
She's putting herself in the line of fire by helping him.
You watch your back.
Always. You too.
I'm so scared for some of these people, man. Wow. All this to just kill Matt. But he's not in his bed. Fuck you. Good thing his morphine or whatever the fuck they were giving him didn't dull his senses at all. God, this looks so good. Like, especially the pop of the starlight against the buildings and stuff.
You're pretty much the last person I expected to find here.
Let's fucking go.
Power goes out. You got nothing to make a goddamn pot of coffee in this house.
Well, not everyone lives in a farm shelter, Frank.
Is that a new costume? What do they call you now? Nightgown man.
How about you? Aftershave and a haircut? That all for me?
Yeah, I did it for you.
Thought this wasn't your fight.
Yeah, well, I got a phone call, changed my mind.
Care to be more specific?
Oh.
I do not. made a promise I was gonna get you out of here alive. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Clock
Phone
that.
call from who?
I'll tell you right now, they come up here, I'm not playing patty cake with these fanboys.
He's been
Chopping
keeping
them up, you
tabs
understand me?
on some
I'm not
things.
sure I want that kind of help, Frank. Yeah, well, that's the kind of help you got.
Ooh, let's go.
Hey, Red. Yeah. Why would you take a bullet for that asshole?
That is a good question.
Would have put an end to a lot of your problems if you didn't. That's an interesting camera placement right there on the window of the back door. All right, man. Here we go.
Not gonna do it with your ass hanging out.
I love it when they work together, man. These bastards, man. They're about to meet the real deal, though. Nice. Oh! Oh! Oh my God. Oh.
Frank, stop!
Oh my God. That was metal. Yo. Oh my God, Frank, the animal, he's back, baby. Holy shit. Oh, wait. What the fuck was all that? See, they know how to mount a TV. This is Johnny Lawrence's apartment. That shit would have fell down immediately. Well, look who gets to live for now.
Your guy.
Yeah, also, it was him.
Frank Castle's here. That yours? Yeah, you recognize that? You killed Hector. He was a good man.
Do what you gotta do. I still am on. I can die easy.
Ooh, he's right on the...
Come on, he's right. Not worth it. Not worth it.
No, Frank, no.
That's not what I want.
Hey, get in front of a bull for this piece of shit, too?
He's not worth it, Frank.
Not worth it. How about him? He worth it?
Oh!
That, huh?
What is wrong with you? You can't help yourself, can you?
Goddamn hands off of me!
Goddamn liability every time. Stop getting
Good for you,
What is wrong with you? Shut up!
Grenade.
Oh God. Well, I mean, that may have done it. I love how he's like, shut the fuck up. Grenade. Oh yeah, that guy's dead. Anytime these two interact is gold. He's like, I'm not gonna argue there. Wait. What do we have here? Is that Karen? It is! She's the one that called.
Come on. Get in.
Shotgun.
So what's Heather going to think when Matt's apartment's been blown up?
I heard Poindexter escaped. Called Frank and hopped on a plane.
Couldn't call me.
I needed someone to look out for you. You definitely wouldn't have liked that. You okay over there?
Nothing in this world a good cup of coffee can't fix. You want a cup?
No, thank you.
How about you, Red? You want some coffee?
Got any oat milk? Listen to Karen. Turns out it was a hit on Foggy.
Oh, shit.
Vanessa-Fisk hired Poindexter to take him out.
Why?
I think there's something in the motion he was about to file. He was moving to dismiss the case.
The files have been in storage as far as I know.
That's right. You be my eyes?
Hey, anytime.
Let's go.
Oh, I like old times a little
Coming,
bit.
Frank?
Got shit to do.
Realize Fisk will be coming for you too.
All right. I'll tell you what. If he does, I'll put a bullet in his fat head. How about that? You know something? Inspector Gadget bullshit? It's not for me. You guys can show yourselves out.
You know what, Frank? I'm not buying it. I don't believe you don't care.
Hey, Karen. You asked me for a favor. I did it.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Stay safe.
What the hell's going on? It's the middle of the night.
You've all had an opportunity to look over Mayor Fisk's Safest Street initiative?
Yes, and it's insane.
Mayor Fisk cares deeply about the city council. Like you, Miss Speaker, he was so impressed with, what was it again?
540,000 euros stashed in a Swiss bank account.
Right. Real estate investments in Kips Bay, right? Now that's smart money. We should, sit down and share tips sometime. Matter of fact, Mayor Fisk is very interested in all the council's accomplishments. We'd like to set meetings with each and every one of you when the crisis has passed.
Our office will reach out to each of you shortly.
Thank you, Buck.
It has begun.
The mayor will be addressing the city in a couple of hours. He hopes that Safest Streets has your full support. If not, let us know. We'll make arrangements.
This is...
Yeah, so it's a blackout, obviously, and this one is that we have people actually boarding up their windows, and then you have people who are looting, and then you have people like me who are just kind of watching everything happen.
Freeze! Show me your hands!
Oh! This is Fisk's task force, isn't it?
It's just a kid. No, it's not a kid. It's a mass vigilante.
Wow, fuck you. That is dirty.
Matt, don't beat yourself up, okay? We were all hurting.
So, you talked to Frank a lot?
Sound like you're jealous.
Back at his place, I heard your heartbeats.
God, that is really not fair. You heard his too?
Oh, yeah.
It's just adrenaline, I'm sure. You hear mine when I saw you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adrenaline, I'm sure.
We've got an interesting little triangle, don't they?
I packed this one. Oh, man.
No.
I never got that job.
Avocados.
Avocado.
Spanish for lawyers. Right?
Of course.
Foggy was really drunk one night and I was stupid. It somehow became avocados law. I'm glad you're back.
Okay, this is it.
Here's the motion Foggy filed.
Good work, Rampage.
Foggy was going to argue that due to the unique nature of the Red Hook port location, no crime was committed in the state of New York or even the United States of America. Therefore, the court has no jurisdiction to prosecute.
What? Oh, it's not American soil?
Red Hook Charter 1855. Holy crap, it's a free port.
Oh, whoa.
Exempt from the jurisdiction of the city and the country, for that matter. Vanessa has used the port to store art for years now. I mean, if it's a free port, she's doing it without customs, without taxation, without fear of seizures.
She could launder money legally.
Right. And now
wow.
the mayor is building a new complex there. This charter would make it untouchable.
And nobody knows the difference unless they dug into this.
Just thought it was a truck robbery.
No. This is about the Fisks building their own city-state.
Yeah, dude.
Let's go see what they're hiding.
Whoa. Meanwhile, the purge is happening.
Status report. No eyes on Murdock and the blonde. Daredevil and Punisher got away. Fall back to Red Hook. Let's go hunt.
Oh, we know where Frank's going. Oh my god. That was a little cartoony in the way that with how much blood shot out of him, but let's go Disney Plus. Can I get your autograph? Yeah. Pow!
Non-lethal zone. No shoot. Frank, stay calm. We just want to talk.
That Frank growl. Why do they want non-lethals for him? Do they just worship him that much? Oh, Jesus Christ. Wow. What the fuck? I was thinking that they would be like, I would think they'd be like smarter than to use.
Governor, straight Supreme Court. Look, this is still the mayor's office. It's not the Kingpin's, and he is still subject to the law. And I'm hoping for your.
Wait, did she record that?
Well, there's no way I can go with you.
Well, that was her, and she's.
But if you need me to put in a word.
She made her choice, man.
Appreciate that, Shelly.
What was I talking about? Well, we've got to give it a minute.
Just take me home, Mario. Mario got sick.
Wait, Luke? I haven't seen you in a long time, not since you were a rookie, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but who's in the seat behind you? Anybody?
It's fresh.
Or
you part of the task force? The mayor recruited me. Just trying to survive.
Wow. That's fucked up. I was gonna say, I was like, I thought it'd be kind of stupid for the task force to just use the regular police radio. And then I was like, well, maybe they did that knowingly to lure out anybody that might be listening in. Like Frank. Oh my God.
It's an honor to meet you, Castle. I'm a big admirer of your work. Listen, Frank, everything that you do, you know, you can do that with us. And you don't gotta run anymore.
They want to recruit him. Good fucking luck.
To serve with you, Frank.
You know, you'll never get away with this.
Can we blame the commissioner? I mean, after all, he's just a cog in a broken machine.
You admire me, huh? Hey. Hey. Hey, you're fucking mine, you know that? You're a bunch of clowns, you know that? You think you know my pain? You think you know my loss?
Yeah, I was right. You never stopped being Kingpin.
can't. You admire me? What do you know about me? How I see the world. You know how I see the world?
Oh! Oh! Did he bring a door in here?
Bunch of clowns. I ain't gonna serve with you. I won't fucking piss on you if you were on fire. You got that?
Sorry to hear that, Frank.
But you sorry? Not so bad.
We will keep this city safe.
We're still here.
We will not let anyone.
Oh my goodness. Oh! Holy fuck! That was gruesome.
Any questions? Good.
That was like Game of Thrones level of Jigsaw level Saw gruesomeness right there, man. Holy shit, his fucking forehead and his jaw and...
It's crawling with task force. Fisk has the courts. He's got the cops. He's got an army. Now you can go down there and you can fight him. You will probably die. But you can't beat him. Not like that. I am right there with you, okay? I feel lost.
He's just hearing the cries of the city right now, man.
The whole city is there. Do you remember I once asked you what it was like living in the darkness? Do you remember what you said?
It's not dark. It's like 1,000 suns.
I'm gonna take this city back, Karen.
Where do we start?
We need an army.
Oh, do tell. Dude, let's get the defenders. Fuck it. Let's bring them all back. Let's bring everybody else we now know is in this world in, and let's do this shit.
You know, I'm going to change this city. I'm gonna turn it into a place that we're proud to live in. But I need help.
Of course.
I would like for you to be my administration's commissioner of mental health.
It would be my honor.
Wow.
Mayor Fisk.
As you may know, there was an attempt on my life by a vigilante last night. And in the act of sabotage, the city's power grid was disrupted. While facing rampant lawlessness, Commissioner Gallo chose to resign.
Sure, that's one way to put it.
Turn his back on the people of New York. I will not allow you to live in fear, though. I am enacting my Safer Streets initiative. Effective immediately, all vigilante activity is illegal, and it will be dealt with accordingly. Curfew is at 8 p.m.
I wonder if the films or anything like that is going to kind of dive into this, or if we'll dismantle it before they have to.
New York City is under martial law. Now, with the rule of law restored, we can go back to our pursuit of life, liberty, happiness together in the finest city in the world.
Oh, he is watching her.
Never forget, I love New York.
What the fuck, man?
You know, when I was a kid, after the accident, I thought God had taken my sight. When I grew up, I came to believe that in exchange, given me a special destiny, like a mask and a purpose could save my life.
Didn't it?
No, it wasn't the mask. It was me needing to believe in it that saved me. My mistake was thinking I was immune to the darkness, and I let it creep inside me. I let the dark power me. I threw Poindexter off that rooftop. I wanted to kill him. The truth is, ever since Foggy died, I didn't know who I was anymore.
Foggy believed in you whenever you want to
Call yourself whatever's behind the mask, behind your eyes. That's wrath, that's mercy.
It's all
That's
of
the
it.
dark and the light. He knew all of it. He knew you. I do too.
Oh, is Josie's our meeting place?
I can't see my city,
Yo.
but I can feel it.
Building our little underground network.
The system isn't working.
Oh, wow.
It's rotten.
Wow. What the hell? And here they are in their own free little kingdom. Wow, dude.
But this is our city, not his. And we can take it back together. The weak, the strong.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's go.
All of us. Resist, rebel, rebuild. Because we are the city without fear.
Yo. Oh, the light. The light. Dude. Let's fucking go, dude. Holy shit.
What do they call you?
Anthony?
Anthony. You got a last name?
Anthony Petruccio.
There you go. Where you from? Anthony Petruccio.
Jersey.
Yeah, I thought so. I had a feeling, you know.
You too, yeah?
That's right. That's right. You know, yeah, I appreciate you, you give me a minute like this. It's an honor to meet you.
Yeah, this is how he gets his ass out. This dude is about to get fucked.
Thank you, Anthony.
Yep. See, I wonder if he's going to carry on into season 2 or if that leads directly into his special that's coming. Daredevil will return in season 2. Hell yeah, dude. Let's fucking go. Man, that was that was so good. Again, these last 2 episodes were on a whole other level, man. And just bringing everything back to its roots in this way. And on top of that, just letting Frank out the cage was so delightful. And just every interaction and counteraction between him and Matt throughout this whole thing. The fact that Karen, once she heard that Poindexter was out, immediately was like, Frank, back up Matt. And he did. He fulfilled that favor and followed through, but in his own way. Not just because Matt was there. He was not going to tiptoe around what Frank does. He murked everybody he came in contact with, save for the one dude that killed Ayelet, who I'm pretty sure by this point definitely died to that grenade. Even the one guy, he was like, oh, what about him? Him, bam! Just like the guy crawling around, just barely alive on the floor when he was trying to like be the devil on the devil's shoulder. He was trying to goad Matt into following through and giving in to the darkness. Also, it goes back to the conversation in the rooftop in season 2, trying to prove his own point, but Matt was able to resist this time. He's tasted that before. And I like that they played with him wrestling with that, fighting that desire, knowing the guy that killed Hector was right there. You know, flickering to the moments that are making him feel this rage and this pain, winning out in the end this time. You know, the way he just started laying into Frank, their chemistry, or lack thereof, however you want to call it, Every interaction between those two is always gold. They start bickering over his inability to kill this guy or lack of intent to kill this guy. And then him just be like, would you shut up? Grenade! And then he just fucking takes Frank out the balcony and just like, woo! Onto that dude's car. That whole sequence was so good. The way an injured Matt was navigating that situation, and honestly wouldn't have survived it without Frank there. And he tried to like save as many lives as he could, but Frank was just an uncaged animal. I wholly think by this point that they were trying to lure Frank in, you know, knowing how he may operate and stuff like that. Again, I mean, who knows? It could have been any vigilante that was tuning in to the radio waves and whatnot. Their police frequency, and you know, they were trying to lure to Red Hook to go do what they were going to do. But I do think that given who was there waiting, they were definitely hoping Frank was going to show up now that they knew he was active and in town. His little fan club wanted to have a little meet and greet. Hey guys, Editing Omni here. So the first time around, I didn't notice Punisher grab that radio off of one of the dead guys that he killed in Matt's apartment. That's the radio he was using to tap into their whole conversation to figure out where they were going to be. And he took out a couple of their guys because they were like, what? They said they were using non-lethals as well because they were hoping to recruit him, which rightfully so, he called them all clowns because that is exactly what they are. They don't know why he does what he does. It's just an excuse on their point. And then they caged him. They've got a hole in this little section. What Foggy found out and dug up, and again, he didn't, at least they think, as they say, is that he doesn't know how deep it goes, what it was actually being used for. He thought it was all tied to that truck robbery and was trying to prove that they couldn't have committed a crime because they didn't commit it on U.S. soil. But that was so close to the tip of the iceberg, which is why Vanessa was like, you got to kill this dude. We can't expose this, because if that gets out, any of their leverage is gone. Their ability to use this land that isn't technically U.S. soil, where they're free of customs, taxes, of law, to do whatever they want with immunity. He found out about that, he leveraged that, and that's why he was building this so much, putting all of his resources into that, because if she was making all this money selling and doing all of her stuff out throughout there, if they had just expanded upon that, they could do so much more. He's basically building his own, like they said, his own city-state off of this, and that's where they're based. That's where he kept Adam. That's where he's been going to. They're building this out. That's where they're caging up all these vigilantes. He's got a whole collection of them there. The only two I recognized was obviously Frank, and they picked up Jack. They got the swordsman. Followed through on that threat, but there was a lot of people in there. We don't know that they're all vigilantes. For all, who knows why half of them are there, and who knows, maybe they are all people who were trying to like just do stuff. And then there's just like the cops just using excessive force, as we saw when the looting was going on. There's just that kid with the crowbar trying to steal a little TV. They were like, pop, 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 pop. He just lit him up and then put a mask on his head and be like, oh, see, vigilante. That's so fucked. Oh my God. The way that Fisk has infiltrated all of this and is now leveraging everybody in the city, all of the officials, to back his plays, to back his bills, to back everything, and then eliminating the fucking commissioner. It's like, what are you going to do? I'm the commissioner. People are still going to give a shit, whatever. He's just like, fuck you, blew his head up. He tore his head apart. Holy shit, dude. That was probably one of the gnarliest things in the whole episode. That was grotesque. Whatever prop, because that looked practical to me. They did a good job making that look real. Holy fuck. It was a little too real. A little too raff. Oh my Lord. But then, you know, and this, because Matt hasn't been honest with Heather, because she just sees things as they currently are, which is what Fisk is leveraging. And obviously with her interaction with Muse and everything there, she's just walked right into Fisk's hands. No matter how much Matt has tried to warn her, she is now playing for the enemy team. You know, going back to what I was talking about, when Matt was like, you know, they got Frank, he was going in there, he's about to go battle his way into the port. And Karen was like, you could do that, but remember, there's a whole city that is desperately in need of saving right now. If you go down there and die, there's not going to be anybody to do that. Obviously, there's other vigilantes roaming around, but he needs to be the one to rally all of them. He needs to be this symbol. He needs to do what he needs to do for the city. You're not going in for himself for revenge or whatever. It's a fruitless effort or endeavor to even try to go in there in his current state anyway. It's like, you can do some good or you can go storm off and die accomplishing next to nothing. And he goes out and they're basically building their own rebellion, which is wild that we have going on right now. You know, with how we were ending there with Matt coming into Josie's with their own little like kind of underground anti-Fisk force, you know, all of Matt's allies from his side of the city and all of that kind of coming together and meeting, and he came in there in the Daredevil outfit. I was kind of wondering if he was going to take off his mask and reveal that he is Matt to all the people in this room, but it's almost as if he needs to be this symbol. And part of me also wonders if, and I started to mention this in the reaction, but I got caught up in what was going on, but the fact that they've kind of already done this before, I kind of hesitate that they would do it again, but that, you know, with his apartment blowing up because of that grenade and whatever else, because it seemed like more than just their grenade went off, because that explosion kept on going. So who knows? Could have been the gas lines or something. I don't know. But I'm wondering if the public thinks Matt Murdock is dead and he's leveraging that as Daredevil to kind of build this little unit. I don't know. Or, you know, we might start off season 2 and he might reveal himself to everybody here. I don't know. They're deep into filming season 2 already. So that's probably going to come out. I mean, I don't know when it's expected to come out, but I would imagine it won't be too far off in the future. So, you know, with other things in the MCU playing out, I'm just, it makes me wonder if they're going to resolve this Fisk stuff, because apparently, according to Vincent D'Onofrio, as he said in like an interview not too long ago, is that apparently due to some sort of rights issue, his version of the Kingpin cannot appear in film. And then equally so, you know, like characters like Spider-Man, because of those rights, can't appear in television in live action. Currently, there's no way for those two to interact, which is heartbreaking as all hell. That makes me wonder if they're just going to resolve all of this stuff in season 2 with Fisk, or if we'll see what he's done to New York reflected in the films. And as we have Matt going out to build another team, obviously there's been a surge of talk about the other Netflix players coming back into play. A lot of them being super vocal about it. Mike Coulter, Kristen Ritter, even Finn Jones has been very vocal as of late about kind of getting back into the seat, into the chair, and getting back into the universe. And I would love to see that. As I've said on a couple of different occasions, I think Finn Jones was perfectly fine as Danny Rand. As we've seen his appearances in other things, like when he was in Luke Cage, he was great. I think they just botched his introduction in his first season just so hard. And as it's come out after the fact with that show, they just rushed that thing. It showed. Season 2 was a lot better. But like when he showed up on an episode of Luke Cage, that was the best he was, and he was fantastic. So I think in good hands like this, I think he could shine. So I think people should be open to giving him another chance. But I'd love to see all of them come back. And hell, we focused in on the next generation here. Ben Yorick's, niece, Phoebe, running the paper, seeing all this, listening to all this and all this sort of things. And then obviously we got Angela in here, the future White Tiger. Why not? Taking up that mantle, the amulet, and just getting in there as well. And following into that footsteps, carrying on that legacy. And then with Jack, that opens the door to, with Kate. And then obviously with episode 5, that opens the door to Kamala as well joining the fray. As much as there could be like a Young Avengers thing that they're alluding to here, it's just, I think this is just as a whole could be just them fighting back and pushing back against all of this. Assembling maybe the TV sphere in the way that the Netflix series did, assembling a lot of the TV sphere into its own little pocket. That could be how we get Moon Knight into all of this as well. Just bring fucking all the TV people all into the same little spot and just have it fucking duke it out. If you can't have like Kingpin and Spider-Man interacting, which sucks though, because he should realistically just be swinging around out there helping people. But god damn it, Sony. Fucking it all up for everybody. Anyway, Frank's got his special coming as well, and he just sweet talked that guy into giving him his whole ass arm. We'll see where that goes. So again, I wonder if he'll be involved at all in season 2, or if that's just purely going to go straight into the special that they're doing for him. Maybe both. Maybe both can be true. Who knows? I love, though, again, that this show did not pull its punches. When it started off, when it was still dealing with the stuff that was left over from the original slate, the original plan for all of this, they did a really good job at patching it up and melded it into the story to get it to where they wanted it to go. But you can tell the episodes that were completely brand new, like the first half of episode 1, most of episode 1, these last 2 episodes were fucking firing. And pretty much everything with Vanessa had to be redone. All of that was added in, to my knowledge, because I think they cast a completely different actress when they were originally going through this, completely committing to the retcon of it all. I'm so glad they fucking backpedaled on all that, because this last little bit was great. And I love that Foggy, despite his absence throughout a majority of the season, almost the entirety of this season, was still felt in his spirit, the way that he impacted Matt, both his absence and the light that he brought in, and how that, Karen was able to bring that back around. As this, Karen being back into the picture and part of all of this here as well, it's also a nice way with these episodes where we're completely post overhaul to bring her back in and into the story itself. I thought that was interesting, clearly because she was meant to be written out originally, or dead originally. So then bringing it back around almost by the end of it all, being all right, now we are back. Which sucks that it had to be that way, but I think in the end, it kind of worked in a fun manner. So I'm curious to see where they're going to go with that. Unlike a lot of people, I like Cherry until he was refusing to help Matt with a serial killer. I thought that was just stupid as all fuck. Outside of that, I liked him. Even, shit, why am I blanking on her name right now? Kirsten? I think she was great too. Obviously, they were created to fill in for Karen and Foggy in their roles in Matt's life and whatnot, but I think as far as the characters that they were very distinctive in their own right, and I did enjoy them. Heather, that did not go at all the way I thought it was going to go. I wholly thought she was going to die by the end of this, not become one of Fisk's appointees. I did not see her being on Team Fisk by the end of this. But I guess I should have. Her whole thing was about vigilantes, and that just syncs right up with his whole sales pitch and everything, especially with her experience and how that was changed after all this. Not even changed, I think just more informed. It made a lot, she had an evolving opinion, and then that experience with Muse and then everything else that was going on, I think finally fully formed it, and now I think she's just lost at this point to that side, that point of view. For now, at least. Who knows? Who knows? This was such an insane episode. I can't wait to see what they do in the second season. I can't wait for that Frank special. I can't wait. It sounds like I'm ordering a pizza. Give me the Frank special. But I can't wait for it, man. Jon Bernthal is a fucking powerhouse. Dude, hearing him just get into his as he was just murking people was just, I don't know. It's music to my ears, man. Is that fucked up? Maybe. And then just Matt talking about his calling and Foggy and all this. That little moment with them tucked away with the light pouring in from the windows as she's talking about what Foggy looked up to into Matt. It wasn't who he presented himself or anything like that. It wasn't a mask. It wasn't Matt. It wasn't these things. It wasn't whatever. It was just all of who he is. Like she said, the good, the bad, the ugly, the light, the dark, all of it. And he's trying to put these things in these boxes and whatever and light that all off or segment it all off. She's like, no, that's all you. It's okay to feel that way. It's human to feel that rage, to feel that sorrow, to feel all these things, and so she's not holding it against him while he is, because that's so tied to his faith and everything like that, to really beat himself up for giving into that and crossing that line and wanting to cross that line. But like she says, very human. She would know for sure. There's so much greatness in these last two episodes and a lot of this season. For as much of a patchwork job as this series was, I think it's still better than most of the Disney Plus shows that they've kind of put together. I think that's impressive, to say the least. I love the look, I love the feel, I love the music, I love the tone, I love the vibe. I hope this sets the tone moving forward, or at least like instills some faith in what they're trying to do moving forward with Disney Plus as an outlet for these shows. I think they're, you know, after the change in leadership and like a lot of other things, we've heard them talk about how they want to shift their view and use of the Disney Plus series and the shows and stuff that they're cultivating and building. And I think if this is the jumping on point for all of that, I think we're in for a killer ass ride, and I would love to see Marvel get back on their feet. Not that they're off their feet, but let's be honest, they've been like kind of like, you know, they've just kind of been stumbling around like they had like 15 shots of tequila or something. Is that a lot? I don't know. I don't drink a lot. With the way they left this open here, we've got, I imagine, some crazy shit around the corner, and I'm excited to see what they do with it. But guys, I want to know what you all thought. How do you guys feel about all of this? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. We'll carry on the conversation after the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, as always, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, get you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherry, York Scott, Robert Anguiano, Jeffrey L, Jake Cottrell, Eric Official, Casey Wood, Russell Crocker, Watchtower, Domi, Gregory Toner, and Lily Chanson. Thank you guys so much for continued support. But that's it for this video, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.